Welcome to today's video where we're diving into the economic overhaul of Argentina under its new president, Javier Milei, the rockstar libertarian economist who quotes Hayek and uses a chainsaw as a metaphor for cutting public spending. Yes, really. Background: the chaos he's inheriting. First, let's paint a picture of the economic disaster Milei walked into. Argentina's inflation rate? A whopping 140%. This means if you bought a sandwich last week, by today it's a down payment on a car. The country has defaulted on its debt 9 times, and at the beginning of 2023 its GDP growth was projected at negative 2.5% for 2024. Basically, Argentina's economy was the financial equivalent of a piñata, beaten up, hollow inside, and full of debt instead of candy. Policy 1. Dollarization. A real fix or just dollar store economics? First up, dollarization. At the beginning of his campaign, Milei wanted to scrap the Argentine peso entirely and adopt the US dollar. Some analysts say that nowadays he wants the free circulation of currencies, like both the US dollar and Argentinian peso, to compete within the same market. The central bank has been purchasing reserves in US dollars, which, at a certain point in the future, if the trend persists, will make the peso the scarce currency and make it more valuable. This idea isn't new. Ecuador dollarized in 2000 and saw inflation drop dramatically. Great, right? Except, Ecuador didn't have the level of debt Argentina does today. Plus, Argentina lacks the foreign reserves to make this transition smoothly. Policy 2. Cutting public spending. Can the chainsaw fix it? Now let's talk about Milei's favorite toy, the metaphorical chainsaw. Milei wants to slash government spending on subsidies, welfare programs, and, well, everything that's not nailed down. He even wants to privatize state-owned enterprises. This reminds us of Chile's reforms under Pinochet in the 1970s. Controversial, yes, but they paved the way for economic stability. However, Milei's cuts are far more aggressive. Critics argue they could leave millions without social safety nets, which, let's face it, could make people just a tad unhappy. Policy 3. Abolishing the central bank, necessary or nuts? Next up, Milei wants to eliminate Argentina's central bank, which he calls the root of all evil. Bold claim. But hey, central banks have been controversial since, well, forever. His logic? The central bank has fueled inflation by printing money faster than a college student cramming for finals. Analysts say that previous Argentinian governments printed several monetary bases to continue paying pensions and support the country's welfare state. Countries like Estonia and Hong Kong have managed without central banks, instead using currency boards to peg their money to stable currencies. Comparison: lessons from Chile and Singapore. So, do Milei's policies resemble successful reforms? Let's look at Chile and Singapore. Chile's privatization and pension reforms turned it into a model for Latin America, but they were implemented carefully over years. Singapore, under Lee Kuan Yew, paired strict fiscal policies with heavy investment in education and infrastructure. So, can Javier Milei's policies save Argentina? The short answer: maybe. The long answer: if he can pull it off, he'll be hailed as an economic genius. If he fails, he'll go down as the guy who turned Argentina into a libertarian meme. Milei the economic savior Argentina needs, or is he taking a gamble too big to win? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more economic and history deep dives, with just a dash of humor. Until next time, stay curious and keep your wallet safe from inflation.